higher. And then we move on to Legends, which they are stopping doing as well, so they'll be pretty hard to get. Now, I didn't really collect Legends. I got this because I love the Rhodes family. But Legends are okay. I'm not too sure how much I paid, maybe $14.99 for this one. The Legends are dear. You don't get them in Smiths or in Toys R Us. Seem to be an American thing as well, so unfortunately you're going to have to go online to get these. I know Wrestling World has some which I might look at, but other than that, eBay and Amazon, unfortunately. But this is the Legends. They have pretty big packaging. It's a very big box. You have Dusty Rhodes in there. He has the accessories, picture in the back, very old school retro boxing with the WWE Legends, and then like the cartoonish drawing on the back. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 per series for the Legends, and I believe about 5 or 6 series came out, so you're going to look out for these. So you have your Legends, again I think it's $14.99 or something for that one. And then you have your exclusives. Now, Ringside Collectibles exclusives are quite hard to get over here, I'm not going to lie, because they don't come out in shops because they're Ringside exclusives. So you can only get them if you get them shipped over. Lucky enough, Wrestling World has some Ringside exclusives, so this is where I picked this one up. This one was $12.99. It's a Wrestling Legend Ringside exclusive. You can get Ringside Collectibles Elite exclusives, such as the Kane one, the Austin Aries, new TNA Austin Aries, the Bret the Hitman Hard Pink Elite, which I should hopefully be picking up soon, and a lot more. These are pretty awesome. Again, they're sort of like American exclusives, so if you do see them at a cheapish price, do pick them up. Make sure they're in their box because they will be worth loads. This is the Macho King, which I shall be doing a review of soon, so I'm not going to talk too much, but he's got his accessories there, and again the cartoon on the back with all the writing. So that is, I think, all of the figures you can get from Mattel, all the different sort of series. I'm sorry I didn't have any defining moments to show you, and I should have really brought out one of the new Elites so you could see the white box, but unfortunately I didn't. So yeah, that is definitely all the series because I looked in my cupboard and there was no more. So for me, I've went through in detail each one. The prices I've went through. Rare figures. Now, rare figures are the ones, if you go into a shop and you're going to buy wrestling figures, look at the shelves, just stand back, look at the shelves, and then go forward and start looking through each row. And the ones that I would suggest to pick up first, definitely don't pick John Cena up first unless it's for a kid, you know. But for collectors, John Cena is the shelf warmer. Him and Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio are the 3 shelf warmers that are always going to be there no matter what. I know Smith is having a very big problem with Cena figures at the moment because there's so much Cena figures coming in that they're just taking up the whole shelf. They're not selling, which is why they're going to have to reduce the Cena figures just because there's so many of them. I know there's about 4 or 5 shelves filled with Cena figures, and a couple of my local Smiths, they just can't get rid of them. So definitely don't go for Cena first. What you're going to look for, like say in a basic series, there's 6 figures per that series. Look for the one that there's only 1 or 2 figures out on the whole shelves. That's the one you can bet that's going to be worth a little bit more. Especially, as I mentioned before, Diva figures. If there's a Diva figure, pick it up first because they go for about 20-30 quid online. Whereas in Smiths over here, you can pick them up for $9.99, so you don't have to go online to spend that amount of money. Do you want something you can get cheaper in the store? If Smiths, if you can't find them in Smiths, always have a check in Argos, because they do get some as well. So definitely have a go look over there because they tend to do all the figures in the series. Whereas boxes, when you're talking about boxes, I'm getting really out of breath. When you're talking about boxes that they get in shipments, there may be 10 per box. In that box, if there's a Cena in that series, there will be 5 Cenas, and between the 5 other figures that are supposed to be in that series will be split up. So there may be 2 of one, another 2 of another, and then 1 of the other. So if you're looking on the shelves and there's only 1 of that figure, you can only see 1 of that figure, you've got someone to check up. Always, if you cannot see your figure there that you really want, always get a member of staff to get some ladders and check up above, because there's some that are sitting up there that you might want. So definitely go and do that. Do that in America as well. It's awesome. They know me so well. So definitely look for the one that has the least amount of figures on those shelves and get that one first, because the one that has the most amount of figures on those shelves, there's probably going to be more of that coming in, and they're going to be shelf warmers. So definitely go for the ones that you want first, that don't have that many figures on the shelves. Rare figures, as I was saying, will only be 1 per box, 1 per 2 boxes, or as this stupid Kevin Nash is at the moment, 1 per 20 boxes. So just keep checking. If you really, really, really want this rare figure, just keep checking and checking and checking. Diva figures are rare, elites are rare, and certain ones in basics are rare. Always check the Ringside Collectibles forum. They will let you know which ones are going to be rarish. Always check online, such as Wrestling World, A1 Merchandise, all those ones. Check every wrestling figure store online to see which one is going for the most, and that's the one you know is going to be the rarest in that series. So if you see it in the shop, buy it as soon as possible. Mint Dive Card, Drive Box, Divas, Rare Figures, Prices, Detail. Okay, now comes down to the hard bit. Basic versus Elite versus Double versus Rumblers versus Legends versus Exclusives. What everyone likes, as I said, everyone's a different collector. Everyone maybe specialises in a certain area. For me, basics are good because they are cheap. They are easy to collect. They always have the basics in. The basics are a lot more, they come in a lot more, whereas Elite only come in once per month. The basics maybe come in a couple times per month. There's always a lot of boxes of basic figures, so you're guaranteed to sort of get a lot of basic figures for a cheaper price. Elite are a lot more detailed, have a lot more accessories, a lot more stuff with them that make them so good that you want to collect them. They are beautiful figures. They are the body parts on them are good, and again, the detail they put into them is amazing. But they are dear, but they are great collectibles, and they do go for a lot more online than the basics. Well, some of the basics, but they do go for a lot more online. So if you're looking for a very dear collection that in 20 or 30 years could be worth a lot more, Elites are the way to go, including the American exclusives, because they are so hard to find, especially the pay-per-view exclusives and the American exclusives. So definitely keep an eye out for them on eBay. The entrance greatness defining moments have stopped, so if you want to collect them, you can. They are Brill figures, entrance greats. I love because you have the music. The defining moments are great because they define the moments of those wrestlers and superstars, moments in history that a wrestling fan always remembers. So if you want to collect them, they are online. You can find them at some points, but they will be a bit dear because they have stopped. Legends are going to be a bit dear because they have now stopped, but again, online is your best bet to find them. They are good figures, but they are very big, so if you don't have a lot of room, I wouldn't recommend collecting them unless you're an old school collector and you like the old school Legends. Then go ahead and collect them, though they are starting to bring Legends out in the Elite line. The Elite flashbacks are calling them, so definitely go for that. And the Ringside Collectibles exclusives are absolutely amazing, and I would recommend getting them if you can find them over here in the UK, America. You can find them. So I think that is it. But all these figures sitting around me here. Oh, double packs. That was everything. Double packs are dear. I don't mind them, but they have to have a certain person in them for me to want to collect them, such as that Mark Henry Trent Beretta was a rare one, and I found it in my Smiths, which made it cheaper than it was online, so that's why I picked it up. Same with the Bella Twins, same with the Sin Cara and Daniel Bryan, same with the Rock and Cena. If they are cheaper in Smiths, and I see them going for an atrocious amount on eBay or on any online stores, I will end up picking them up in Smiths because it's given me a clue that these ones are rare, these ones are going to go for more maybe in a couple of years, so I'm going to pick them up. A lot of people ask, do I trade? I'm going to say that now. I do not trade. I do not sell. so stop asking. Pretty much, I get so much people going, do you trade? No, I'm sorry, I don't trade. So I think that is it. This is a very, very long video, but I hope I've gone into enough depth. If you have any more questions that I have uncovered that you want to know about, post in the comments and I will immediately answer them for you, because I am a figure collector. I love collecting my figures. It's nearly up to 300 right now, so I'm so happy I'm nearly hitting that mark. So definitely let me know if you have any questions or queries, or even if you want to tell me something yourself, maybe something I haven't picked up, something you want to let me know about, maybe American stuff. As I said, Joe, I don't know the prices over in America because I've only been over there a couple of times to pick up figures. So definitely let me know. And thank you for watching, guys. You've been stars sitting through this video. I'm going to put all these figures back in my cupboard very, very neatly. And I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.